Hello, kings and queens. Welcome to this session with Asian Queen. So today, as we have done the rest of the week, we are talking about a celebrity, and it's going to be a foreign celebrity. But it won't be about the celebrity as usual, but about what problem they constitute. This week we are talking about T.I. and the podcast where he revealed that he takes his daughter, or he used to take his daughter, for virginity checkups. This sparked an outrage, not just in America but all over the world, because the whole idea of virginity, the whole concept of virginity, the culture of virginity is something that has always put women in a position that is not particularly flattering, and as a matter of fact, it can become dangerous. So I was able to find a clip of the podcast, so I'm going to have you listen to it so that you can form an idea of what is going on, and then we will dive into the topic.
Not only have we had the conversation, we have yearly trips to the gynecologist to check her height.
Oh, okay. I'm done with you right now.
So, you know,
do you go with her? She's a prisoner.
Yes, I go with her.
You go with her? Somebody check on Deja.
I go with her.
She's a prisoner.
So let me tell you, right? So this is one time we go. I think this might have been after her 16th birthday.
Why is the idea of fixating on the female virginity so shitty? Well, for many reasons. First of all, it encourages the view of women as these properties that are wrapped in plastic and are meant to be unwrapped only in a special occasion. The whole idea of virginity is to curb a woman's natural sexual desires and to make sure that she arrives untouched on her wedding night, because she is like a gift that she is presenting to her husband. It is simply for the male ego. Of course, people are going to see women as objects to be used when you fixate so much on a tiny part of a woman's body. Like, the vagina is a tiny hole, yet the entire essence of a woman has been put in there, and on a piece of tissue that could be there or could not be there when she is born. The obsession with virginity also fuels the whole slut shaming that women face in their life. You can imagine what it means to be a woman who is not a virgin. You are automatically a slut. Yes, it doesn't matter if you only have sex once, if you only have sex with one guy, or if you have sex within a relationship. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, just have sex and you are automatically a slut. The only time it's acceptable for a woman to have sex is the first time is on her wedding night, and then every single day of her life with a man she calls husband. And what happens when this man dies? Well, we actually prefer that you do not have any other man in your life, because we want to, have the idea of you of that only one man has slept with you. But if you want to have sex again, you have to have sex with another husband. We have seen instances where a widow is not even allowed to date. If you are a widow and you are dating, you are a slut. Another issue that the obsession with virginity causes is the idea that marriage is a sort of honor, and marriage can be used to repair a damage that a woman has suffered. So recently there was this news. I don't really think that it is true. It might be just one of those internet made up story about a mentally unstable woman, that was sexually abused. And the news reported that the court gave the man two options. It's either you go to prison for 10 years or you marry the woman. Believe it or not, but many people actually thought that getting married to that woman was the best thing to do. When a woman is defiled, when a woman is deprived of her sacrality, the only thing that can save her at that point is marriage. And of course, because we live in a culture where every man wants to marry a virgin, nobody will want to marry her. So now only the person who has actually raped her can marry her. So I have this Facebook contact who did some work in Somalia, and he reported that it is very prevalent for men over there to rape girls just because they want to marry the girl. They know very well that They do not stand any chance of marrying the girl. So the only way they can get to marry the girl is by raping the girl, because at that point, they will ask the girl to marry him. Like, he disvirgined you, now you got to marry him so they can keep on raping you for the rest of your life. A lot of times I've been watching all these Nollywood movies as well, and it will seem that the only reason why rape is so outrageous is because it is not done by your husband. I watched a movie once where a woman was lamenting over the fact that she was raped, and her friends were furious. Wow, how could he do that? We need to report to the police. And then the woman mentioned, but he said he wants to marry me. And all of a sudden, the room was silent. Nobody was cursing him out anymore. Nobody wanted to report him to the police anymore. They actually thought that he was a nice guy. Yet just because he offered marriage as a reparation for the fact that he raped a woman. Another good example is the rape saga between Busola Dakolo and Fatoyinbo. Many people believe that Busola shouldn't have brought up the rape. Why? Because she's now married. She found a man to marry her despite the fact that she was not a virgin anymore. So what is the fuss about? Come on, you have been saved, you have been honored. It is a sick mentality, but unfortunately it's the mentality of the world, where people actually believe that you can do every single nasty thing you want to a woman, but then you just bring out marriage and everybody is going to forgive you. This is a sick culture, and it needs to stop. Women are not all about their virginity. The dignity of a woman is not in her virginity. The dignity of a woman, like that of a man, is in his character. Does this man or woman have integrity? Is he honest? Is he empathetic? Is he compassionate? Is he patient? Is he truthful? All these things matter. Not how many people have been through her hole, and not because nobody cares about how many people a man has slept with. How many times have you seen a man being judged by the number of women he has slept with? Even a man who rapes is not judged by the crime that he has committed. There are many people, thousands of people, that are still devoted to Fatoyinbo despite the fact that he raped a 17-year-old girl. They are willing to forgive him because he is a man. He was acting on a natural instinct. But let it be a woman, not even like a woman raping someone, like a woman engaging in a consenting sexual intercourse, and you will see these same people coming out to slut shame her and to remind her that she was supposed to keep her virginity for her husband, as to guarantee the success of a marriage, because every single thing that happens in a marriage is based on a foundation that is the woman's virginity. Like, if you're not a virgin on your wedding night, everything in your marriage is going to go bad. Except not. I know some women who got married as virgins and their lives did not turn out well. They didn't get all the things that they wanted because nobody gives a damn. Your virginity cannot become a substitute for your character. I don't know how we came to replace a woman's virtue, a woman's character with her virginity, because it doesn't make sense. But this is what patriarchy does. It takes an aspect of a woman that is totally inconsequential and makes it her entire essence. We are going to stop this because we are not going to teach our children, and especially our girls, to think that their entire worth is in a piece of tissue placed in a tiny hole inside their body. So that is all for today. I will see you next week to discuss more and more topics. I don't know what's yet because I need to think. We need to see what drama is going to be on it. But I will see you next week. Don't miss me too much, okay? Bye bye.